How you doing today? Nice to see you today. We're here to talk about the MT1500 A Plus motorcycle lift. Stick around. All right, I recently purchased the A Plus motorcycle lift MT1500. It's a 1,500-pound motorcycle lift with side extensions. It has a front extension, wheel chock, beautiful unit. The price was very reasonable. I'll put the link in the description below so you can see what that is. I used to own handy lifts when I had my shop years ago, and that's the hallmark of which I'm judging this lift on. And I have to say, overall, it's a really, really nice lift. It's got a lot of great features to it. It comes fully packed, comes with a motorcycle jack that you can use. Now, it's a super handy jack. It comes with extensions with frame mounts, but unfortunately, those frame mounts, for Harley Davidsons at least, tend to be a little high. So I'm gonna have to do some modifications to that jack. But without the blocks on there, I mean, it works awesome. I'm usually using a car jack, an old car jack to jack up the bikes, and this is way more effective, a lot more stable, nice jack. And that comes with the lift. The lift came with that jack, it came with the 24-inch side extensions, came with the wheel chock, came with a front extension for the lift, so you can make your lift up to, I believe it's 110 inches long. I'll put it up on the screen. I don't use that part because really I'm not working on any choppers. All standard size motorcycles fit just fine on this lift the way it is. Also came with what I thought was very nice that my handy lifts didn't even come with, is a textured sticker that goes onto the ramp to give you that little slip resistance. It's a nice touch. I ended up putting them on my lifts at the shop, but this came with it. So pretty nice. The shipping was quick. They got it to me within 1 week of ordering it, and it's a pretty big box. It comes in a freight box, and it's delivered. If you're going to have it delivered to your house, you're going to want to have them, pay the extra $80 and have them have a liftgate service, which worked out great. The guy came, put it on a liftgate, brought it down, brought it into my garage, put it where I wanted it. It was wonderful. So you're going to need a screwdriver and a hammer to open this thing, break the metal apart. It'd be nice if you had an extra person to help you flip the lift out of the box, because the lift comes in upside down. So it's actually pretty easy when you flip it back over onto its wheels, and then you can just position it where you want. The setup is minimal. I had to bolt the wheel chock on, I had to put the grease fittings in, I had to hook up the hose. The hose was in the wrong direction when I got it, so I just rerouted the hose to where it's on the left side of the lift, which is where you want to have it. And yeah, it was pretty much it. It was ready to go. So how do I feel about this lift? It's good construction. Good construction. Is it as well constructed as a handy lift? I'm going to say it's close. It's really close. You can see some of the welds coming through the metal, which tells me the metal tends to be a little bit thinner than the handy lifts were. I couldn't see any welds on my handy lifts. Now, my handy lifts lasted, when I sold my shop, 15 years, and I know they're still being used today. So it's yet to be seen how long this one will lift. But the hydraulic cylinder, the air cylinder, works, the pneumatic cylinder works great. I've had a full dress road glide on here, sent it right up in the air, no problems. As far as these smaller Dynaglides and Softails, no problem, puts them right up in the air. It definitely is getting it done. What I had before this was a Harbor Freight lift, Pittsburgh pneumatic lift. And it worked fine for my Dynaglide, but as soon as I tried to put a dresser on it or something like that, it was just way too much weight. And it was, every time I put a bike on it, it was scary. I was waiting for the day when I was going to come in and this thing was going to be laying on the floor. So that wasn't cool. You got a friend's motorcycle on it, and you get up in the morning and it's laying on the ground. That's not super cool at all. But this lift definitely is going to make your life a lot easier with not only having that extra jack, the side plates came with it, with the kit I purchased. Now, I didn't need the side plates for just everyday motorcycle work. What I did need the side plates for was to work on my tractor, my lawn tractor. So now I can put my lawn tractor up on it, no problem. Take the deck off, pull the belts, not going to be a problem. Better than laying on the ground working on it. So overall, the MT1500 is a pretty nice lift. I have not had a problem with it. I've been using it for a couple of months now, and I've had several bikes on it and I've not had an issue with it. The only issues I do have with it is the lock arm. When it comes down, you need to hold it if you want to position it to land correctly. If you don't, there's a little weld on the end of where the lock arm locks that will stop it and give you a false lock, and you don't want a false lock on your lift because you'll be working and then all of a sudden, boom, the lift will fall down. Is it gonna come down all the way? I doubt it, but you definitely want to have your bike locked into a solid position before you start working on it. If anybody's ever used a bike lift before, you know, you're jacking up a bike, unstrapping a bike, pulling, wrenching on something. You want a solid footing, which this lift does give. It's very solid. I mean, I'm rocking it right now. You probably can't see that, but it's a solid lift. No problems at all there. For those of you looking for a lift, I hesitate to say inexpensive because all lifts are expensive these days. I want to say that this lift cost me $1,649. I want to say that's what it was. Now that sounds like a lot of money, and it is, compared to like a Pittsburgh pneumatic lift, which can cost you about $500 for one of those. And but totally worth it. Totally worth it. It has really made my workflow kind of back to the way it was when I had my shop. So it's like old home day. So anyway, I just want to get on here and do a quick review of the A Plus Lift MT1500. If someone's looking to buy it, I would go direct to direct to A Plus Lift. Oh, they're really great, and I'm going to tell you why. So I got the lift, and they had forgot to ship the side plates with it. So I had everything but the side plates. I'm looking, and I knew the side plates weren't there because they're quite large. So I sent a message to the problems at A Plus Lift, and the guy, I don't know, he must be a manager or an owner. I don't know, his name is Dave. He got right back to me. You know, he got right back to me. And he asked what the problem was. I told him what the problem was. He said, no worries, we'll get that in the mail to you. And within another week, the lift extensions were sitting on my porch. That's service. These guys, so far, I had a problem, and it's okay to have a problem. It's how it's taken care of. And the guys at A Plus Lift, great work. Good job. Customer service, top notch. And we don't have enough of that these days. Anyway, just wanted to make that a known too. That's a very important point, is that they take care of the units. If there's a problem, they will help you out. All right. Any questions on the MT1500? You know what to do. Comment below. I'm happy to answer any questions I can for you. I use the lift pretty much every day, so there might be some things I didn't go over in this video. Suffice to say that the lift works great. I haven't added anything to it. It works just fine the way it is out of the box. I've got my compressor hooked up to it, sends it right up in the air. Of course, I do have a full-size Craftsman compressor. You could get away with a small compressor, but you're gonna work it hard. This thing takes some air to get it up and edit up, and especially if you've got to have a heavy bike on it. All right, thanks for stopping in, and we'll see you next time.